Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'll make myself a little bit bigger. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I am absolutely buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. The Blades are top of the league. I say Blades are top of the league. Blades are top of the league. Say Blades are top of the league. What a great performance. Finally, the Blades have smashed 3 goals past someone. I thought this could be the game, but we were playing top of the league after all, weren't we? So I'm thinking, eventually, we're going to have to put a team to the sword. We've gone 2 goals up in our first 2 home games of the season and should have made it 3, 4, 5. We've just made this one 3. Finally, we've scored 3 goals in a game, and it's great to see. If you score 3 goals in a game at home, you should win 99% of the time. And win we did. What a great result against, let's be honest, I said this in our prediction video, in our championship prediction video, that it seems that Blackburn Rovers are in a false position because they are outplaying their XG by miles, scoring a lot of kind of breakaway goals and things like that. I've never seen, first of all, I've never seen a team top of the league come to Bramall Lane and be so bad. And secondly, I've never seen a team top of the league come to Bramall Lane and put 11 men behind the ball. Now, I know that they're good on the break. They weren't good on the break today. They weren't good at anything today, Blackburn. Like, I'm going to be honest, if a team comes to Bramall Lane like Sunderland did and impress me, I will give them all the props in the world. But if you're going to come to Bramall Lane and be as bad as that, I'm going to have to say how it is. If there's any Blackburn Rovers fans on this channel right now watching this live or when this comes out, you were really bad today. I'm not saying that Blackburn Rovers are the worst team I've ever seen at Bramall Lane, and I'm not saying that you're going to get relegated or anything like that. But that was a really, really poor performance by Blackburn Rovers. We were fantastic, but Blackburn Rovers were really bad. We could have had 7, 8, 9 goals today. That's not even exaggerating. I know a lot of the Reading fans and Blackburn fans both said that Reading against Blackburn, even though Reading scored 3 goals, it could have been 5 or 6, and this could have been 5 or 6 if Ollie McBurney had put a couple of his chances away. I'm trying to think who else had good chances. Now we'll get onto it in a second, but every player were playing for their position, and I don't want to speak too soon, but this looks like a promotion winning squad. I'm not saying after a few games we are a promotion winning side. I'm saying that this squad looks like it could be a promotion winning squad at the end of the season. Could be. And we've got loads of injuries as well. We've got tons of injuries, and we are still playing as well as what we're doing. Sander Berger didn't particularly have a great game today. We've still gone and won 3-0. Like, it's bonkers. It really is bonkers. Anyway, let's get into talking about this game because, yeah, it was a fantastic one to watch from the stands. We were brilliant from the word go, all over him like a rash. Every player was sprinting to every ball. Every player was chasing every ball down, even McBurney. And McBurney quite often comes on and runs around like a robot. He was all over the place, getting stuck in. I think that 20 minutes against Sunderland when he came on had a really good game. I was just giving him a kick up the backside. And I think he's into his final year of his contract. So he's going to have to try and play well if he wants another contract because we've not had too many good games from McBurney in the time that he's been at Bramall Lane. But maybe we are starting to see it now. And I want to see him do well. I really do. Today, he had a good game, except for putting the ball in the back of the net. But like I say, we'll get there in a second because Anel went through on the 13th minute. This is the first one I've written down. I think we had another chance before that. But Anel goes through on the right-hand side. It's just a big touch, and it takes it away from him. And he can't get a cross or shot in or anything like that. That was sign of things to come because we cut through them at will on that 13th minute mark. In the 15th minute, John Fleck goes down the right-hand side. The keeper comes out. He knocks the ball across the box. McBurney stood in the box. No goalkeeper in the net. Defender on the line does really, really well to block it. I think McBurney saw this is it. open net, maybe didn't see the defender until the last minute, but great block on the line. I'm fine with that. We got into a good position. We opened them up, but good defending on the line by the defender, believe it or not. 16th minute, Kadra shot blocked. That's all I've got, and I can't remember it to save my life. I really can't. It could have been straight after that. I'm not sure. It could have been. Anyway, let's jump straight to the goal. 31st minute, we get a free kick. Not just outside the box. It was quite a way out, to be honest. It's probably in one of those good areas where you can get the ball up and down, but it was probably even further out than that, to be honest. 33rd minute, Ollie Norwood picks the ball up, puts it down, and the bloke in front of me, absolute legend of a guy, said to me after the goal went in, I love his honesty. He just said, I've just said to my son, watch this go straight over the bar as usual. And it didn't. It dipped right into the far corner. And Ollie Norwood does this a lot. He pretends like he's going over the wall and then whips it to the goalkeeper's side. And I'll be honest, the goalkeeper were really poor for this. It was a fantastic free kick right into the corner with pace and precision. But the goalkeeper, it wasn't even like he made a massive kind of step to his left. He just took a tiny step to his left and then he went, oh dear, ball's gone past me, hasn't it? Didn't even attempt to try and go the other way because he saw that he'd sent him the wrong way. But it weren't, like I say, it weren't like he took a big step. He could have easily tried to change direction, at least go for it. I don't think he'd have got it, but he could have at least shown some intent to go for it. But great free kick. Norwood being lifted up like this. I love to see it because him and Fleck were both fantastic today. Norwood started everything. Fleck got stuck in. It was all over the place. He was in a good way all over the place, literally like pressing, getting tackles in, winning the ball, getting the ball forward. I loved it from both of them today. And Norwood deserves a goal after his 2 assists, if you like, against Sunderland. He got an assist, sort of, again, against Middlesbrough. No, it was his 2 assists against Middlesbrough. I'm trying to remember now. But he's certainly been picking up the assists recently, and it was nice to see him score a goal. It really was. Fantastic free kick, deserved. And then literally 2 minutes later, it looked like he was going to score another one. He gets the ball miles out, and everyone's like, shoo. And he's full of confidence at that point. He's just scored a goal. You just have a go. Why not? And he hits a dipping shot. It's like moving all over the place and it just dips. And the goalkeeper, he ain't got a chance. The goalkeeper's like dived past it and he's just hoping that it's not going to land just underneath his bar. But no, fantastic shot from Norwood. There were a few other chances, but nothing major. We were certainly the better side. I don't remember them getting anywhere near our goal at any point in this whole match, I don't think, actually. I'm just going to quickly look at the stats because I'm not sure that they had a shot on target at all today. They had 1 shot in the second half. Did they have a shot on target? They had no shots on target. We had 10 shots on target. They had 1 shot off goal. And I remember it like it was, I'm going to say like it was yesterday. It was literally a couple of hours ago. I remember it really, really vividly because I was a little bit worried. It was a great shot from outside the box. And Wes was worried as well because he dived to that, to his left-hand side. But that was in the second half. We went into half-time, everyone getting a clap, very, very good. I definitely think we were better in the second half than we were in the first, even though we were really good in the first. The 45th minute, Norwood's done this a few times straight from the kickoff and has a shot at goal. Now, I don't know whether it's just because the keeper was off his line or whether this is a bit of a power play, like we've got your number. We're even shooting from from the kickoff. Like, we are going to keep putting you under pressure. When you think that you're fine to just switch off, we're not going to let you. I think sometimes it's a bit of a power play. Like if the shot's terrible, which it wasn't this time. It was against Forest in the second leg last season, but it wasn't today. It wasn't far away. The goalkeeper was worried for a second, but he managed to let the ball go past the post. I've written down between the 45th minute and the 53rd minute, Blackburn rubbish, toothless. They didn't create anything. At one point, we played a sloppy pass. Ben Brereton Diaz got away down the left-hand side. He just tickled the ball in like along the front of the box, and it just got cleared. And it's like, did this player really score that many goals last season? He just looked awful. Like Brereton Diaz and the other big striker, I've forgotten his name. I think he's number 9. They were good in the air. They knocked us about. They tried to knock us about a little bit, but they just had nothing going for them. They really didn't. And I expected a hell of a lot more from Blackburn today. A lot of their fans were saying that they're going to get hammered by us. And I'm like, you're top of the league, lads. Like, have a bit more confidence. I know you've just gone and lost to Reading, but surely the lads are going to get up for it and try and bounce back from that terrible defeat. And what made me laugh is in our prediction video a few weeks ago, I predicted Blackburn to draw with Reading, and a Blackburn fan in the comments says, "What you on about? We're going to win 5-0." That didn't happen, and ever since then, Blackburn fans have been so negative, and I can now see why they are being so negative, because they were terrible today. They were terrible today. Millwall were terrible when they came to Bramall Lane, and Sunderland were pretty good. But we've been great in all 3 games. And I still don't think we've been tested. I said this in the last game. I thought Sunderland played well against us, but I still don't feel like we've had a team come into Bramall Lane that has really tested us for 90 minutes. Sunderland had a really good 15-minute spell at the start of the game. Sunderland also had a 10-minute spell in the second half as well when they came back into it after the goal. Other than that, Millwall had no spells. Blackburn had no spells. This is all at home. We are really, really kind of making Bramall Lane a fortress like we did certain seasons under Warnock, obviously under Wilder when we got promoted in the League One 100-point season. It's great to see teams being scared of coming to Bramall Lane and the Blades playing up for the boys, or for the fans, should I say. Anyway, 53rd minute, that was it. The shot from outside the box from the Blackburn player, from the midfielder, I don't know his name. It just flashed wide. Wes was struggling a little bit, but not on target. That's fine. One shot all game from top of the league. Embarrassing. 54th minute, Kadra nicks the ball from their defender. He is through. Just sprint at the goal, mate, and have a shot. And he waits and waits. He waits for the player to come across because he wants to take it round him. And he does take it round him, but I think that the player just gets a little foot on it. It hits his foot. It gets away from him. McBurney's screaming for it at the side. Just lay it into McBurney's feet, and he is in front of goal. I'm not saying that he was going to score. He had a few good chances today and didn't put the ball in the back of the net. I wanted Kadra to just run at him and just shoot, have a go, score a goal. But I still think Kadra, from that injury he had at the back end of last season, and the fact that he had no preseason whatsoever, he's still. I don't think he's match fit. I really don't think he is. I think if he was match fit, he'd have run onto that, smashed the ball in the back of the net. Good night, Vienna. That's 2-0 Blades. Blackburn not coming back into this game. But he didn't. And then Blackburn went in the other end, and I'm like, no, please don't let it be one of those games where we miss big chances and they come and nick an unjust goal. But it wasn't that at all. 56th minute, this is it. Ben Brereton Diaz picks the ball up and carries it. That was it. Sorry, no, completely got that wrong then. I wrote down, sorry for the dead air for a second then. I wrote down that Wes picks the ball up from, I don't know, a corner or something like that that got headed out. He picks the ball up, puts it down to go and take a quick free kick to try and get us up the pitch quick. And Ben Brereton Diaz picked the ball up, ran away with it, and then just dropped it. And I was like screaming to the referee, get him in the book, get him in the book. And he did get in the book. But I wanted to bring that up, bring that to light, because that will get forgotten about. And that really, really riled me up, somewhat rotten. Worse than kicking the ball away, when someone picks the ball up, runs away from you, and then just drops it. Really riled me up. But yeah, at this point, Blackburn did come back into the game very slightly. I've written down Blackburn grow some balls. I've written that down because I think that at this point, Blackburn were competing. They were sticking the boot in. They were pulling us down. They were trying to stop us from playing, and they were trying to play themselves. They didn't create anything. But at this point, Blackburn were thinking, we're only one goal behind here. They've missed a few chances. It's our time to try and nick a goal and get back into this game. In the 61st minute, the ball comes to the back post. Egan heads it towards McBurney. No one marking Egan. No one marking McBurney. He brings it down. The ball is there. The goal's there. The goalkeeper's in front of him, but put it one side or the other. He tries to put it that way, which was probably the right idea, but the goalkeeper got one of his big legs and saved it. He's either got to flick that over the goalkeeper or just welly it as hard as he can, but he tries to pass it past him. The keeper makes a good save. But yeah, there are a few times today where McBurney could, you're thinking afterwards, obviously it's harder for him when he's in the moment to take the chance, especially when he hasn't scored for such a long time. But that one, you feel like he should have just dinked it over the goalkeeper. The one where he's in front of the goal with the player's diving in to try and stop it. It's the player. It's easier said than done. And it's easier saying that after the fact. But there were a few chances. There were another chance where I think it was really late on, where McBurney flicks it past the defender really, really well. And the goalkeeper stood in front of him. He's on the angle. It's a very, very difficult shot to take. He hits it straight at the goalkeeper, but it's one of them where you're like, you've got nowhere to score. You have no right to score that goal. So a lot of strikers try and go through the legs. And it's one of them where, like, if he'd have been more confident, he might have thought about that, but he just had a shot at goal and the keeper saved it. 70th minute, fantastic football. George is speeding down that right-hand side. I think it's Berger that waits and waits and waits and waits, and then he lays him in. George is in a fantastic position, puts a great ball on the deck to John Fleck, but their defender jumps in and gets that tackle in. And I'm thinking, is this going to be how it's going to go? Are they going to nick a goal in the last minute and we'd be like, rue all these chances that we didn't take? But then 2 minutes later, Molly McBurney makes a really, really, keeps the ball in really well. I think it's a ball in from the throw-in to McBurney. McBurney tries to keep it in. The guy in front of me said he didn't keep that in. That was out that. I don't think we'll ever know. I don't think we'll really see it from like a Premier League angle where you look straight down the byline to see if he's kept it in. He keeps it in because we scored a goal. He keeps it in. The ball comes to Berger. Berger has a shot. It hits and die right in front of the goalkeeper and goes in the back of the net. And I'm thinking at that point, he's got to be offside. He stood right in the front of the goalkeeper. But you look back and there's two Blackburn defenders just stood on the goal line, but not even in the goal to stop it. I think they just stood outside the post, and it's like, what are you doing, lads? But yeah, it's a good effort from Berger. I think it would have been saved, but it hits and dies, goes in the back of the net, and he gets a goal that he deserves. Love him. 75th minute, Basham is back on the pitch, and I love Bash. Bash is always going to put 1,000,000% in every single game, and it's great to see him come on. If we've got a player like Chris Basham to bring on to shore things up or to add a little bit of a different attacking element down that right-hand side, I'm all for it. Absolutely fantastic to see Bash come on. And then in the 80th minute, Iliman Njai gets that ball. He runs at them. He runs at them. He runs at them. Inside, outside, inside, outside. And then he just takes it on with his left peg. Remember, he's right-footed. This is a right-footed player taking the ball on with his left foot. He curls it from outside the box. It hits the post and goes in. So similar to the Fulham goal that he scored last season away from home, where he just run at them, and then takes it on with his left foot. Like, such confidence to do that, especially when you've been on the bench. And I know that he wants to come on and impress he did. But to come on, that must have knocked his confidence a little bit. The fact that, I won't say Hecky's dropped him, and Hecky's probably said to him, just giving you a bit of a rest in this game. Like, you've played a lot of minutes. You're still a young lad. You still pick up cramp every now and then, which I think you did after this goal as well. but he shrugged it off and he got on with the game. But it must have knocked his confidence a tiny bit, the fact that he's on the bench and Kadra's playing. So it was great to see him come on and do that. That's a fantastic solo goal. And when it comes off the post or off the bar, it always looks better, doesn't it? So yeah, Iliman Ndiaye, brilliant today when he came on, and he said to Heke, "You're not doing that to me again, Heke. You're not doing that to me." But at the same time, I want to see Ndiaye be on the bench every now and then. I want to see Berger be on the bench every now and then, because that shows that we've got other players to come on and give them a rest every now and then. Because if you're playing Berger and Ndiaye every single game, they're going to get not rusted. They're going to get overplayed. They're going to get overworked. They're going to get tired. But leave one on bench every now and then. If you've got someone like Kadra or someone like Doyle or someone like McAtee who can come in and do a really good job like they're doing, why not? Because Heke lit a fire under Iliman and today, and he came on and he showed him exactly what he were missing in those kind of first 70, 75 minutes or whatever it was. Another one, 88th minute, Max Lowe overlaps, has a shot saved by the goalkeeper straight at him, but Max Lowe getting into the 18-yard box is great to see. And then in the 92nd minute, Ryan Brewster goes through on goal, one-on-one, great ball into him over the top, and the goalkeeper saves it with his... Again, I think he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, and he saved it with his legs and it's gone wide. Brewster and McBurney just can't buy a goal right now, and it's annoying, not just for us, but for them as well. They're obviously trying their best to score goals. They're not trying to miss them, and it's not quite going right for them at the moment. But McBurney had a great game, again, despite the missed chances. So hats off to McBurney. I thought Kadra had a really, really good game. Some of the things didn't come off for him. I think a lot of the time he had three men round him. So it's always going to be difficult when you're trying to get away from 2-3 men at any one time. He should have scored a goal, but he did really well to nick the ball off the defender. Loads of times today where he was just pressing really hard, pressing the goalkeeper, pressing the defense. That's what we want to see. And he's certainly our fastest player by a mile. So it's great to see him sprinting at defenders, putting the fear of God into them, and putting them off playing the ball out from the back, because a lot of teams in this division play the ball out from the back. And if there's someone like him buzzing around all the time, they're not going to want to do that. They're going to want to launch the ball forward and hopefully give it us back. Sander, I think he had a below average game today. I don't know what was wrong with him, to be honest, because there were a couple of runs that he made that are his trademark runs. He played a couple of very, very incisive passes. But other than that, it was quite quiet. You don't have to play well every game. Like, no one plays well every game. I thought Iliman and I had a bit of a, not a stinker, but like a bit of a quiet game in his last one. That's probably why Heke gave him a rest. And again, lit a fire under him to come on and do what he did today. Fantastic to see from Ile. Ile had a great game when he came on. Brewster forcing the issue, getting himself in front of goal. That's what we want to see. It really is great to see. I thought all the defense played well. Enel, the first time he's not picked up man of the match at Bramall Lane, which was gutting for him, I suppose, but it wasn't his best game today. But he was solid as always, got rid of the ball when he had to. Egan, same, should have really got an assist for McBurney when he headed the ball down for him right in front of goal. Norrington Davis and Max Lowe working really well together on that left-hand side. I'm still not 100% sure with those two, but Max Lowe is getting better and better with every game. Reece Norrington Davis, actually, when Kieran Clark is back fit, he's going to be pushing to get into the get his place back at left centre back. Norrington Davis is not going to give it him back, but if he has one poor game and Kieran Clark's brought back in, Max Lowe is doing himself a lot of favours. So Norrington Davis playing in that left centre back role might be hampering himself at playing at left wing back, if you like. But they're both playing very, very well. George had a very good game. Norwood and Fleck, as I said earlier, fantastic. Norwood, great free kick. Fleck getting stuck in left, right, and centre, pressing. It was great to see. Also, we managed to bring on 4 subs as well today, which was good to see. Brewster, as I mentioned earlier, Basham, yeah, great to see him back. Tommy Doyle, as soon as he came on, played a really incisive ball through the middle, nearly got Brewster through. He got through down the right-hand side, did something amazing, and then hits a cross like really, really hard. For those that went to Luton away last season, a Rhian Brewster cross from the byline, which was very Rhian Brewster-esque. Smashes it nowhere near anyone, but it looked good when he came on, and I'm a big, big fan of Tommy Doyle. So that is me done. I'll quickly flash a few comments on screen. Told you other night, pal, Norwood off free kicks. Yes, that's my best mate, Jake. So you were wrong. You were totally wrong. 7 corners in the first 16 minutes. Wow, I didn't even realize that. I saw a replay. The ball was out, but our luck was in today. Not right. Okay, so Andrew's telling us that the ball was out. Sorry, just had to leave you to watch the goals on Sky. That's fine, Vicky. Bring yourself back in. Comment on this video. And by the way, we've got 180 odd people in the stream right now. We've got 171 on YouTube. Make sure you like this video right now, guys, because this video, if you think the Blades deserve to be top of the league, you need to be liking this video. If you're buzzing that the Blades top of the league, you need to be liking this video. John, fantastic results, fantastic performance. Special thanks to the American lads for the commentary. Legends, Red Half of Sheffield. If you haven't listened to their podcast before, make sure you do so. They are fantastic lads. Great outlook on the game. I sometimes think that it's a really different kind of opinion from an American football fan point of view. So make sure you watch it. Every watch along on this channel is done by the American boys. So really appreciate them. And if you want to go back and watch some of the commentary, it will be there on our YouTube channel on the video before this one. Sander plays well in the final third and not so well in the other 2/3. That's quite a good observation, actually, because he does sometimes take too much time on it in our third, if you like, not the middle third, our third. And he gets the ball nicked off him sometimes. I remember that from Paul Cooch really early on when he was playing under... was it Clough? So I think it was Clough, and he was picking the ball up deep and then losing the ball in bad areas. And Sander does do that sometimes. Thoughts on Gibbs White? I don't want to talk about Gibbs White. I really don't. I love him. Loved him. Did not want to see him go there. I really didn't. Great game. Buzzing for Illy. What a talent. I had this disagreement with somebody on Twitter the other day. I said that Iliman Ndiaye is better than Sanderberg, and I would rather see us keep Iliman Ndiaye. I love Sanderberg, don't get me wrong. I don't want to lose him. And it's funny that Sander had a really good game the other night and Illy didn't as much. And today, Sander had a probably below par performance for him, and Illy comes on and scores 2 goals. It's mad. They're both fantastic footballers. Let's stop comparing them. It's my fault, so let's stop comparing them. Illy's a great player. Sander's a great player. And I'm just enjoying watching them all play together. Kadra, fantastic. Doyle coming off the bench. His first minutes for the Blades. He's coming off the bench. And like, how many teams in this division would kill to see Doyle on the pitch for them? Never mind on the bench for them. Or on the bench for them, never mind not on pitch for them. So it's fantastic. We've got an embarrassment of riches at the moment at the Blades, and it is so good to see. Sheffield United created 4.09 XG. United also limited Rovers to 0.09 XG. Wow, that is brilliant. Thanks, Portland Blade, for that. That is fantastic to see. It really is. Keep the squad. And we have a right chance. We do, mate. We have a right chance. Wayne, who's on my row on the south stand, kept saying to me all the way through the game today, we are going to be top 2. We are going to be top 2. And this is a top 2 side, and they are currently playing like a top 2 side. So let's hope this carries on for the rest of the season. I'm going to bid you farewell right now. Please make sure you like this video. It really helps it reach more and more people. Get Sheffield United out there to the world. They deserve it, especially on this performance. Thank you for watching, ladies and gents. And I will see you very soon for another Sheffield United video.